Hello friends, welcome to the new series of Let Us Play with Market video series. So friends, when I was a beginner, I always had a doubt like which is the best which is the best option for me in trading. Like, shall I go for intraday, or like, shall I go for the swing trade, positional trade, long investment? So there are lots of videos on the internet, but you know that are not very clear, and most of them are not up to the expectation. See, if you check any videos, the thing which they are going to describe to you about the difference between the intraday or the swing or the positional trading is like intraday can be done. It is good for the people who have time on daily basis, and swing is good for the people who doesn't have time, who are busy with the job. But this is not the main difference between the intraday and the swing trade. Friends, this is where the people are confused. You have to choose the trade based on some other factor, which I am going to tell you in today's video. So stay tuned, watch the video till the end, and even if you don't like it, don't forget to give a like to this video, and if possible, just as you hit and as you buy and sell the share, you have to subscribe our video channel. So friends, what is the main difference between the intraday and the swing trade or the positional trade is that in intraday, yes, of course, in intraday you have to square off your position in a day, but in swing you have a lot of time. So it doesn't mean that if you don't have time, then you can't uh, go for the intraday. There is one more thing: the strategies which work in intraday or the strategies which work in swing positional are completely different. Exactly, there are some strategies which will be common, but in my case, the strategies which I am using is I'm entirely different in both the cases. Why? Because in intraday you have to focus on more quantity and less pips. What does it means actually? In intraday, you will be looking at the momentum of the stocks, the how much the stock is moving in a momentum. Like if it is a very bullish day, obviously you can expect 10-15 pips in a day, right? But in a normal day, even when the market is sideways, you can do the intraday. It doesn't mean you can't gain point on the intraday trading. You can gain even on the sideways, but you have to make sure that you are getting that momentum. There is a term known as momentum in that stock. If the momentum is there, there are certain strategies, there are certain tricks, the methods which I am using on the intraday. So you can follow that, and you can win or lose the trade. See, it doesn't, as my mentor or guru Oliver Velez, he used to say, it doesn't matter if you win, but it matters if you lose consistently. Why? Because if you are losing consistently, it means you are losing a particular figure only. But if you win, it can be any ratio. You may win 1:2, you may 1:4, you may win sometimes 1:3, right? So here, but what you are losing? You are losing only 1%, but you are gaining more than 2, 3, 4%. So don't think about what you are winning, think about what you are losing. So you have to make sure that you will lose only 1%. So this is the basic method. Now coming to our topic, right? So this is what I'm saying, the moment. If you can identify the momentum in the stock, intraday is very quite simple for you. So what you have to do is, even if the stock moves at minimum 1 or 2 pips, if you buy 1,000 stocks, how much you can earn? For example, if a stock moves only 1 pip, and if you have 1,000 shares, you are gaining 1,000 rupees, right? So unless and unlike positional or swing trade where you have to wait for one day or 2 day or for a week, if you can afford huge quantity, and if you are getting even one pip or two pip in a momentum showing stock, intraday is more than enough for you, friends. So again, so if you can identify that momentum in a stock, then I must say the intraday is very best for you, and it is possible, quite possible. Now the another difference is the very simple one, the margin. In intraday you will get leverage. You have different kinds of leverage from your brokerage, which is not available in the swing trade. So obviously, if you can even at least get 1 hour or 2 hour in your job, and you can do intraday. It doesn't mean you have to sit whole day. You can do intraday. You can set your the target. You can set your stop loss and forget it, and it will hit. But the thing is, again, you have to make sure that you lose only that 1% or the RPT, risk per trade, right? Now the another point why I am preferring intraday is, I prefer intraday because I don't want to take risk while I sleep. So this is the position, the dangerous position with the swing trade. You can't predict, right? For example, for instance, if I do a intraday today, I can square off my position and I can accept my win or loss, and I can go to bed. But in swing trade, even if a trade is in winning favor, in a winning position, but tomorrow when the market is going to start, you can't predict anything, right? If just think a situation when next day you are going to some work, or you are busy with some personal work, and in between that the stock comes down and you are not getting any time, so what you will do? Although yes, you have option to set the uh, again the target and the stop loss in swing trade also, but unless and until you have set it before, right? If you are not setting it, a pre determined stop loss or the reward or the target in the swing trade, then it is not possible for you. You have to wait till the market open. So this is the difference. So you have to select based on this conditions which one is suitable for you, and there is no written theory that you can't, if you learn intraday you can't do swing trade, if you learn swing trade you can't do intraday. There is nothing big difference. There are small strategies which work for both intraday. For example, there are some strategies related to pivot points and CPR which works very precisely in intraday. But for swing trade, I prefer breakouts. Like there are some strategies which I follow before I invest for a swing trade for the uh, long investment, right? I used to go to the technical analysis. I used to find out the breakouts, the point at which there are chances of breakouts coming up. So this is the way you can do the trading in the swing trading, and you can check the momentum of the stocks if you are looking to do the intraday. So this is the difference. And again, one more thing is there, friends. In intraday, there are some kind of people who believe that uh, they can take a spot entry and they can exit out. Even I had explained about it in my last video, but friends, try to avoid that, because even if you gain some profit in intraday without any positional without doing your homework or without making a positional move, what will happen is you will lose your most of the money in brokerage. So you have to also make sure that you get a margin, or you get a risk reward ratio in which your brokerage is also covered. So this is very important. So this is the reason most of the people who are in intraday doesn't make money, because you have seen see, in my concept, trade market or the stock market is not a place which makes you rich, but it is a place which gives you an additional income. Always consider it as a place where you can earn something extra right? Don't consider it as a regular income, which is not ever gonna happen. Even if you learn hundreds of strategies, it is not gonna happen, because I will give you an example. For instance, a trader will lose 5,000 today, and tomorrow he is gaining 10,000. But when he share the profit with you, you will be seeing the 10,000 what he won, right? But you are not aware of what he lost yesterday. So this is how most of the traders are showing up their profit and loss. So don't fall into these traps of getting free calls and following the other people, because their strategy is completely different. Their requirement is different. If you need 1,000 rupees per month, they might need only 500, because they might have some financial support from their family. So don't compare their life with yours. Try to earn consistently means uh, try to invest the amount which you can lose, and with that amount only you have to enter into the trade and lose only a fixed amount. For example, if you are following 1% on RPT, and if you are going to enter into a trade with 1,000 rupees, then you have to lose only the 1% of the 1,000 rupees, right? Which is the 10 rupees. So this is how you have to make sure. So in that 10 rupees you have to also make sure that your brokerage is also included. For example, if your brokerage is charging you 20 rupees for a trade, you have to make sure that you lose only 80 rupees from your side, not 100, because when you lose 80 plus 20, it will be 100. So this is the simple concept. This is the mistake what most of the people are doing in the in intraday or in any trading. So this is the reason most of the people are not rich, even if they earn a winning streaks in the trade market, because they are not able to manage their money properly. So I put a bet on you. If you follow these steps, just decide your RPT which you are going to lose on a trade. Just stick to that and follow any strategy. You can follow any strategies in the world. It's not like my own strategy. You can follow anyone's strategy, and if you follow this strict RPT, risk reward ratio, then surely you are gonna win. Though it may be in the growth will be slowly, but there is one thing, there is a certainty that you will win this game. So this is how you can only win the game. Otherwise, if you follow any blind calls from any group of people, it is not gonna work, because see, they how they are going to invest is based on their capital, what they have in hand. They will invest the amount what they have in their hand, and they will get the return. But for you, you have to decide uh, your amount which you are going to put into the trade, and you won't get the time. So what does it means you don't get the time, friends? Like, if someone is giving me a blind call, if I'm going to accept a blind call from any telegram or from any other trader, what will happen is, in case if it hits the trade, he might be winning. Like, for him it will be, the profit will be more. Even in my case, the profit will be more only. But just think about the loss which you are going to have. For him, that may be a peanut, or it will be like a peanut loss. But for you, it will be a huge loss in terms of your RPT. So this is what you have to make sure that you have to make your you have to keep ready with your plan, like how much you are going to put into a trade before you enter into the market. So there are many other strategies, there are many things which you have to follow, which I'm gonna discuss in my further videos. Stay tuned, share with your friends. If you are looking for a genuine trader who doesn't have any pens and who is like you people, then you can follow this channel. You can subscribe to our channel. You can be in touch with us, because you are gonna get lots of informations. I'm gonna show you the strategies which you can implement. I'm not saying that these strategies will work 99.99%, but what I'm gonna tell you is, if you apply your pure psychology, if you use the 20%, if you get the 20% of the result of my strategies, and if you are going to apply 80% of the psychological trading psychological principles in your life, then you are gonna be rich in coming future. So stay tuned to the channel for further updates.